myself. I said, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, you know, wherever I'm at. I said, okay. But I can say Roxy met him about 3 years ago at another conference and kind of hit it off and just kind of built a little bit of a relationship, talked over the years, and that was kind of the setup for our 35th anniversary. Thought he would make a very good fit. And so please welcome Derrick Tennant.
Check. Can you hear me? Not really. Excellent. I want a round of applause for our friends here. You guys hear me okay? Is that good? All right, good. Awesome. First of all, thank you for letting me be here. Man, you know, this has been 3 or 4 years in the working that I was able to come to a place called Spearfish that I had never heard of. And I'm like, Spearfish, is that like a verb? You know, is that what you're supposed to do when is it your two favorite things, spears and fish? I don't know. You know, I mean, I was trying to figure it out, but I kind of did some sort of forensic files research on you guys, just kind of figuring out what I was getting into. And I've been so excited to get here. And I flew in, I had 5 flights yesterday to get here. It's a long story. You'll hear a little bit more about my crazy life. And then just being able to spend a day and a half, you know, getting to know Roxy and some of the staff and seeing the place. This place is amazing. You haven't seen the center. It's an old motel. That is so cool. And ladies, you will never have to wait in the line for the bathroom. That's a guarantee, right? I mean, it's so cool the way they said it. And I'm so excited about the memorial garden that's going to be in the back. That is so cool. Again, I've never seen that in the center. I've been to hundreds of centers, and that's so cool. So the vision of Bella is just awesome, and I'm just honored to be here. I put this slides presentation together a little while ago, and then I added this last sentence here: hope where there was none, because that's the impression that I get of Bella. Just with a little bit of time that I've been able to spend personally, and then the research I've done in meeting 3 years ago. And I love that you said the word hope. You probably didn't even realize it about 7 times when you were talking up here. That's so cool. And I love that word hope, because in today's world, it's not easy to find, right? And then it's also not easy to find anybody who's willing to give it to you or show it to you or open the door to you to see hope. It doesn't happen, but it does at Bella, man. And I am so honored to be here. So I put that little tagline on there. I hope that's okay. I know it's your logo, but that's what I feel about it, and that's what I feel so honored to be here. Do you guys realize, man, that it just takes my breath away because of tonight, because you're here tonight, right? Because of this hour and a half or whatever. Lives are going to be changed and lives are going to be saved. That's a fact. That's going to happen because you're here tonight. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it literally takes my breath away. I just get to come in for a couple of days, but you guys are working on the front lines. That is awesome. You guys get to be a part of something tonight that's going to change and save lives. Does that not get you excited? I mean, that's what we're here for. And you have an opportunity to participate in that. I'm trying to use this little phone thing as a remote. This was something I took off the brochure. When you first sent me the brochure, I didn't tell you this. But 92% of abortion and vulnerable had an ultrasound at Bella. Of these, 75% carried. I can go sit down. You guys realize what that means? That means there's a lot of little feet on this earth. Because you're here. That's huge, man. And thank you for letting me be just a small part of this tonight. I'm just excited. Sorry. You guys are like, isn't this guy a comedian? Sorry. There's bigger things than that, man. You know, Mark Twain said, I wonder how much it would cost to purchase a soap bubble if there was only one in history. Mark Twain was weird. But I love the way he thought, man. I mean, think about that. It's true. I mean, you can get there. If there was one soap bubble ever, put a price on it. You can't, right? It would be at the Smithsonian. It would be behind 8 inches of glass, and buy a t-shirt that says, I saw the soap bubble. You turn the TV, it's the Bachelorette soap bubble edition. I don't know. But you can get there with me. The value of one soap bubble. Can you get there? I mean, that's crazy. Like it'd be, worth trillions of dollars. Well, the fact is, we all know there's trillions of soap bubbles. Friends, there is only one you. And there's only one of every man, woman, and child that walks through those doors. That's the value and the hope that is being shown at a place like Bella. And you guys get to be a part of that tonight. I hope you see that, man. I mean, this is huge. Thank you for letting me be here. And thank you for just being a part of what's happening at Bella. It's hope, man. And it's way more valuable than a soap bubble. Yeah, you can amen that. That's cool. So as you heard, though, my name is Derrick Tennant, and I have 7 shirts. Okay, that took a long time, South to go. Half of you were looking up here, dude, I wonder what the other ones say. The people down front are like, when did Michael Keaton hurt his leg? That's who it is. Beetlejuice. I'm not Batman. But I did walk funny. I'll get it out of the way right in the front. My left side is paralyzed, okay? I had an injury. I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. I'll be the last one to leave today. I'd love to share with you if you're interested. But I can't use half my body. But I love my life, man. I have a great life. I'm very blessed. I get to speak all over the world. I travel doing comedy, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But nothing gets me more excited than speaking in a place with hope and life is the result of what's going on tonight. That's huge, man. I get a lot of advice, too. I do a lot in churches. I love Christians, man. I love Jesus more than I love Christians. But you're clapping for that, right? But they give advice, and it cracks me up. They're like, you should look on the bright side. Whatever, man. I look on the right side. I'll say look, you say on the right side. Ready? Look. On the right side. Perfect. See, you guys can do this too. For me, I still can't use my left arm. But friends, I lived in a wheelchair for a long time, and I'm not in a wheelchair anymore. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I'm actually glad you're clapping there, yeah? Because I can't. Oh my goodness, do you want that? I could do that the whole time. Think about it, if I want to be the Karate Kid, I only got to wax on. Talk about spearfish, man. I caught a fish last week in Alaska. It was this big. As you can see, there's advantages. We go dancing, you do the YMCA, and all I got is LOL. I'm glad you're lighting it up too, man, because if I'm being totally honest, sometimes I feel left out. But I'm all right. You guys have like a 4-second delay, man. It's freaking me out. I don't know. Is it the room? Is it the steak? I don't know what's happening, but that's cool. Whatever. You gotta look on the right side, and that's what I try to do, man, in all areas of my life. And here's the thing. We've all got challenges in our life, right? Everybody does. I would suggest everybody's got a left arm. Mine's just a little more obvious. Friends, there's always a right side, especially when we're connected to a God that loves you, created you, makes 0 mistakes. Think about that. He made you. He didn't make. I don't think God was making Derrick. He was like, oops, because he got distracted. Sorry. You're going to be paralyzed. I don't think that happened. God. But that doesn't mean we understand God. I don't know why abortion exists. I don't know why cancer exists. There's a lot of stuff that it sucks, basically, and I hate it. But man, if God was small enough to be understood, he wouldn't be big enough to be worshipped. And our job is to trust that God's got it figured out, right? And to show the hope that is involved there. And that is what Bella's doing. And what you have an opportunity to connect with tonight, man. What a man. How blessed are we to do this? But you got to look on the right side. And I'll tell you what, I'm not the perfect example. One of my best friends is blind, right? He's amazing. Honestly, I don't know how I would deal with being blind. He's so positive. And maybe you know this, but when someone's blind, do you know what happens to their hearing? Yeah, it gets better. Like God created us in a way that your body can sort of adjust, right? You can get in because so you can adapt. Same for you and me. Like you might not have known before tonight. If you're paralyzed on the left side, we can read minds. Look, I can tell you guys don't believe me, man. I spent about 30 minutes in this section right over here. Clap if I read your mind tonight. Thank you, and I'll get yours later. But dude, I can read minds, and I knew you wouldn't believe me. So what I did is I made some predictions. I put them in this envelope. You've seen it when you came in. It's been here all night. I can't change anything. I'm just going to read some minds, okay? You can stay in your chair. It doesn't hurt, as far as I know. I've only ever been on this side of it, you know. So let's start. We're going to start red shirt right here with the mustache. Just wave at me, friend. All right, cool. Now, first of all, just so everybody knows, you and I didn't set something up beforehand, right?
No, we didn't.
No, we've never met. Awesome. Okay, so it's real simple. You can say right there. First of all, what's your name?
Harvey Nicholas.
That's correct. Dude even gave me the first and last name. That was awesome. See, I mean, Harvey, like we're here, but there's still people here, dude, that don't believe I can read minds. They're skeptical. I get it. So we'll move on. Are we right here with the glasses and the tie, friends? Here's what I want you to do. Okay, think of a number between 1 and like 1,000. Okay, you're not from Mississippi, are you? No, because that's got to be like 1 to 4. Whatever, you're in South Dakota, man. You know, if you're from Mississippi, your family tree is a wreath. I'm just serious. So you got a number in your mind? I made a prediction probably 3 hours ago. It's right here. I can't change it. All I need you to do is be totally honest, okay? Look right at me. The number that you're thinking of right now, yes or no? 641, yes or no? No? Well, no, I made a prediction like 3 hours ago. I put it right here. Come on, I was right on. Now I feel like, okay, I got most of you. You know, there's 50% like that dude can read minds. But yeah, maybe it only works with guys. That's what you're thinking right now. Who's that? Right here? Young lady with the brown sweater. Just wave at me. Yeah, you know, don't turn around. She's trying to get out of it. I'm gonna read your mind. Here's all I need. I made another prediction. Okay. I want you to think of somebody famous. But when I say famous, I mean someone of every age in this room would know who you were talking about, right? Like big time famous, your favorite actor or whatever. Okay, do you have someone in your mind right now? Awesome. I have a photograph of the person she's about to say. Same number. All right, friend, nice and loud for the first time. Who's your famous person?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Never met her before. Great answer. But all night there's been a picture right here of Jesus when he was 3 months old. It's crazy, right? Now we've got, I think, 90, maybe in South Dakota, 95% of you that are on board with this. The rest of you, you know you are because this is what you just thought. You're like, whatever, what if she said Denzel? You don't have to be scared, that's a natural thought. Jackie Chan got it covered, man. Oh, that's stupid. Don't even do that. So you gotta look on the right side. This is what I try to do, man. And I wasn't kidding about the 7 shirts. Half of you were looking at my shirt. Like, you don't really, yeah. Not only do I have 7 shirts, friends, I only have 7 shirts. Everything that I own in my life fits in a carry-on bag. I don't have a house, I don't have an apartment. You heard Jordan talking about it. I travel full time. I love it. I'm so blessed. My motto is live simply, love wastefully. And that's what I try to do. Everything I own in a carry-on bag. I get a lot of questions, I get it. People are like, what do you do when you go somewhere cold? It's like, why would I go anywhere cold? Apparently to save lives. I didn't think about the weather coming up. I was at a college and a dude goes, dude, how do you know what shirt to wear? That was in college. So I told him they were color-coded. He goes, cool. But really, this is my only pair of jeans. I'm not making this up, friends. You can look online. My company's called 14 Sleeves. I only use 7 of them, yeah. This is my only pair of jeans, and I'll admit that can get a little awkward. You know, at the laundromat. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you that visual. Now half of you are thinking, oh my gosh, does your underwear say that too? No, that's crazy. My underwear says October, November. I'm just serious. Come on. So you gotta be positive and look on the right side. We've got struggles in our life, man. Look on the right side. Nobody does that more than Bella, helping people to get some hope in the middle of a crazy situation that they didn't expect. I try to do it in all areas of my life. Like, I'm a single guy, that's not easy. Well, I mean, I don't have a wife. I do have a better half. Oh, did you guys forget? It's not easy being single, that's all I'm saying. Ladies, listen, there's no doubt in my mind God's greatest creation is the woman. Every one of you is beautiful. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But you confuse me. He knows what I'm talking about. All single women say the same thing. You know, I just can't find Mr. Right. Really? How hard is this, you know? And then I finally met a girl, oh my goodness. Don't get excited, I met her on Tinder. No, shut up, man, think about it. If I can do anything, I can swipe right. I like everybody. She told me she had an hourglass figure. I didn't know what that meant until she got there. She did. It was just a lot later than she thought. I don't care who you are, that's funny. So I met this girl, and the first time we meet, right after the emails and everything, I'm gonna take her to Starbucks, right? It's gonna be cool, chill out, right? And I knock on the door, she's like, hi, are you Derrick? I said, yes, I am. She goes, can you walk my dog? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, right? That can't be the second question, ladies. Right? I mean, the second question is like, where are you from? Right? You know, how long have you lived here? How did you find lastresort.com? Something. There's that delay, man. But she was cute, so I was like, yeah, I'll walk your dog. And then it gets worse. It was a Chihuahua. I'm from New York originally, right? A dude doesn't walk a Chihuahua. That's all I'm saying. But I said I would, so I'm stuck. It's me and Taco Bell. And I know, and as luck would have it, I run into my buddy. This is when I lived in New York, right? And he's got a German Shepherd. He's like, nice dog, Derrick. I'm like, stop it, man. He's like, ah. He's like, nothing I can do. He goes, hey, man, you want to grab an ice cream? There was this little ice cream shop in the park. I'm like, yeah, let me get rid of this dog. I'll be right back, right? Sounds normal. Not with my friends. He's like, he throws on a pair of sunglasses with a German Shepherd. I'm not making this up. He walks in an ice cream shop with a German Shepherd and sunglasses. They think he's blind. He orders an ice cream cone, friends. They give it to him for free. I had no idea in upstate New York, blind people get free ice cream. So I'm outside with Taco Bell. I'm like, no way. She's like, good thing you went to a 3D movie that day. I said, give me a chocolate shake. Sir, we don't serve people with animals. It's like, dude, it's my seeing eye dog. A Chihuahua. It's a seeing eye dog. I said, what? They gave me a Chihuahua? That's called looking on the right side. You see on that? I'll say look, you say on the right side. Ready? Look. On the right side. Awesome. You guys can do it too, especially like we said, we're connected to the God that loves you, created everything, makes no mistakes. Friends, here's what I'm so excited to celebrate today. We talked about hope. Hope is something that is so hard to get a hold of these days unless you have someone like Bella to show you that beautiful hope. That's the hope in the middle of anything, right? You guys have an opportunity to do that tonight, to connect and to help that to happen. You've already done that by being here. Thank you for that. I believe you all have superpowers, and that's what we're going to celebrate tonight. Some of your Hope Hero superpowers. You all have them. If you haven't used them, guess what? Tonight we're going to figure out how we can use our Hope Hero superpowers. So let's talk about our first one here. There we go. Head towards impossible. Okay, this is what heroes do, right? Something impossible, they head towards it. You know what's impossible? To donate $1,000 in the middle of the pandemic. That's impossible. You know what else is impossible? To keep your doors open the whole time and do actually more client visits than you did before. That's impossible. But guess what? It happened, right? We can run towards impossible. This is what heroes do, man. You know, they don't, and I'm a motivational speaker, right? I speak to schools and businesses all over the world, right? And this is what I'm supposed to say. You can do anything you put your mind to. No, you can't, man. That's stupid. Think about it. You put anything you put your mind to? What if I put my mind to jumping off the stage and flying around the room? Am I going to do it? No. What if I really try hard? What if I pray about it? No. There's things in your life, friends, that are impossible. Here's the cool thing. That's okay. I got one hand. There's a lot of things in my life that are impossible. Clearly, I'm not even going to tie my shoes. That's okay. 50 years old, so I should be depressed, right? No, you know what? That's the cards I was dealt. You know what's impossible? Becoming unpregnant. It's not going to happen. But there's still hope, right? And that's what Bella is doing. And friends, those impossible situations are often the biggest opportunity. My mom growing up always said, it's a wonderful opportunity. We laugh at it now. Like, I wrecked my bike, and she's like, oh, Derrick, what a wonderful opportunity to learn how to fix a bike. I was like, what? You're my mother. Give me a tire. That's what I was thinking. But I learned the principle. The principle is just the truth. That obstacles are opportunities. And now it's kind of a joke in our family. Like, oh, what a wonderful opportunity when somebody falls down or whatever. It's just kind of what the principle is this. Obstacles are opportunities, right? All obstacles. Even, get this, a pregnancy that wasn't expected, right? I can't imagine a bigger obstacle than that. But, oh my goodness, a bigger opportunity than a life doesn't exist, right? Run towards these impossible situations, man, and use the impossibility to grow, to get stronger. There was a kid that was 11 years old. He lost his left arm in a car accident. He wanted to do sports, and someone tells him he can do judo. Friends, I don't know anything about judo. But he had a great attitude, so he starts taking lessons in judo. The master teaches him one move. Over and over and over and over. He says, Master, how come I'm only learning? The master says, trust me, son. Kid says, all right. He had a good attitude. 5 months into it, still one move. He says, Master. And the master says, trust me, son. And then the master says this. He says, I'm going to put you in the state competition for judo. The kid's like, dude, look, I got 5 months. You've only taught me one move. I got no left arm. And what does the master say? Trust me, son. Good attitude, the kid says, okay. He goes to this tournament thinking it's a free trip, I'll make some friends, I'll lose, whatever, And he wins the first round. He wins the second round. He wins the third. No one can figure it out. He can't figure it out. It's like, Master, how is this these kids? And the master says the same thing, trust me. He gets to the final match, he's scared. Have you seen this kid's 2 arms, man? He's freaking out. And what does the master say? Trust me. He wins the whole tournament, friends. Nobody can figure it out. Trophy's bigger than him. When it's all said and done, he's in the locker room. It's just him and his master. And he says, Master, I can't thank you enough. This is the greatest experience of my life. But I don't get it. These kids have done it their whole life. I have 5 months. You've only taught me one move, and I have no left arm. And the master looks right at him. He says, son, I taught you that move for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's the most effective move that there is in all of judo. And number 2, the only defense against that move is to grab your opponent's left arm. Isn't that awesome? Trust me, son. And sometimes your life feels like a judo competition. You only got one arm. I'm not telling you, friends, that you shouldn't have questions like, man, if I just had a little more money, if I was married, if my kids would stop doing this, or if this situation, I understand that. I have questions like that every day. I'm not telling you not to have those questions, friends. All I'm telling you is we have a master. And he's saying one thing. He's saying, trust me, son. He's got it figured out, man, even in the middle of this impossible pregnancy situation that you didn't, I don't know how we can't, there's no way we should have, I don't know, it seems impossible. Your master's got it figured out, man, and he can provide that hope. You guys can help that to happen by flexing your superpowers and helping Bella to do that, to run towards the impossible. Let's look at another superpower. This might be my favorite, because it allows me to say ooze in front of 450 people. I just love that word. Ooze what? Generosity. Do me a favor, think about the most generous person you've ever met in your life. You could probably think of someone like that. You know, your grandfather or whatever. Everybody can think of someone that's generous. There's no way I can know who you're thinking about, but I would bet my car that that person is happy. That's not Derrickology, friends, man. That's just truth. You know, Jesus told us this 2,000. I love when psychology discovers things, you know, that Jesus said 2,000 years ago, in black and white, red and white, you know. No, come on, you guys know only Jesus and teachers can write in red, right? Ooze generosity, man. I'm telling you, when you're generous, here's what happens. I'm not making this up. It gives you joy. That's by design, and that's awesome. I'm writing a book right now. It's called Selfish Generosity. Because I really believe that if you do it right, man, you get so much out of it that it feels selfish. The joy that you get by being generous. It doesn't have to be money either. You know, there's so many ways you can plug into Bella. I believe everybody in this room, it's not even that I believe, I know everybody in this room can plug in a way that's going to result in what? Life and hope. And have you heard a bunch of possibilities? Being a volunteer. You know, maybe you're a plumber. There's, 16 bathrooms over there? 9. Okay. So there's a way that you, friend, can be a part of this amazing team. Flex your superpowers. Everybody in this room can do that. Generosity, friends, will change your life. It'll give you joy. It'll give the recipient joy. It will give the world joy in ways that you may never know. I'll tell you another story. 8 years ago, I'm one of 4 kids, right? And one of my sisters has 4 kids. A couple times a year, I fly down there. Uncle Derrick comes down to drive with her and the kids up to New York to visit my parents because the plane tickets are expensive, whatever, right? You know. So we do this. I think it was 6 or it doesn't matter how long it was. A long time ago. The kids are still little. Pajamas, you know, they're driving in the van because they're sleeping at 4 o'clock, so we get as much hours you know, before they wake up. They wake up in Virginia, and my sister's like Mary Poppins. She's so creative. And she goes, let's have a cereal picnic. And the kids are like, cereal picnic? And I'm like, cereal picnic? Like, this is awesome. Like, I love cereal. So we stop at an exit, but the only thing there is a Dollar General, and not one of the good ones. Whatever, you know you'll drive like 7 extra miles to get one of the good ones, right? And the kids are like, Uncle Derrick, can we have Fruity Pebbles? I said, yes, I'm Uncle Derrick. Does Dollar General have Fruity Pebbles? No, you know what they have? Fruity Bites. It sounds like something you got in the Amazon when you got this script. I got the Fruity Bites. So I bought that's the actual photo of the box I bought. Paper bowls, carton milk, spoons, to go out to the picnic table and have a cereal picnic, right? You know what else Dollar General doesn't have? Picnic tables. Yeah, picnic tables. We get outside, there's no tables, chairs, none of that, right? Do you think we care? No. We, friends, are the Tennants. This is Charlie. Yes, those are pajamas. Yes, that's jacked up hair. And yes, that is a bowl of Fruity Bites under a grocery cart. Allow me to introduce you to my niece, Kelly. Now, before you call Child Protective Services, I ask you, friends, look at the smile on her face. Oh my gosh, we're having a blast. Here's me, cereal picnic. My cereal's on top of a trash can. At this point, my sister's like, all right, no more pictures, Derrick. She's like, stop. What I didn't know, friends, see that red van that's pulling up? That van pulls up to that Dollar General during our cereal picnic. And this lady gets out. I'm going to guess she's 75 years old. Whatever, doesn't matter. She walks up to the front of that Dollar General. And she gives us money. She puts this money in my sister's hand. She says, "It's okay, I'm your friend. My name's Alice. I'm your friend." And, oh, what an angel this woman is, right? And my sweet sister, who I promise you has more money than Alice, I promise. She goes, "Oh, sweetie, thank you." But Alice just thinks we're being humble, right? She won't let go. "It's okay, I'm your friend. My name's Alice. I'm the big brother, I'm Uncle Derrick. I'm gonna fix this, right?" So I go over to tell her, "You're awesome, but we're good." 5 feet away, and milk is pouring out of my nose. So needless to say, we kept the money. So why do I tell you this story, friends? Listen, when you choose to ooze generosity, which you have, I'm going to tell you, you won't have a better opportunity to do that this year than what you have tonight. Because it's going to result in life and hope. I'm not making this up. This is facts. You have an opportunity to invest, to ooze generosity tonight in a way that's going to result in, like that little voice I hear right now. That's beauty, man. You can't, tell me something better to do with your money, or your time, or your plumbing ability, or whatever. We all can do this, man. So let me finish this story. Sorry, I get distracted. Squirrel. So we get to the next stop, right? When you choose to ooze generosity, it gives you joy, gives the recipient joy, gives the world joy. We get to the next stop, and the kids are like, "What's so funny?" They didn't even know that this went down, right? So we tell them, and check this out, friends. We decide as a family to use that money and give it to a guy in Pennsylvania that really needed it. We think. I mean, maybe he's in Cheyenne tonight, like this crazy family in pajamas came up and gave me money. I don't know. Here's the thing, friends. It gives you joy, it gives the recipient joy, it gives the world joy. Do you think that it made Alice happy to help this homeless family? I promise she still remembers it, right? Do you think it gave my sister and I joy? Oh my goodness. For 3 hours we're in tears, like, how are we gonna put this on Instagram? You know, I mean, how can we go, this is awesome, you know? And then it gives the world joy. Friends, we gave that money to another guy, but here's the thing. I've told this story, and I'm not gonna exaggerate, literally around the world with these pictures to tens of thousands of people. And every one of them felt the joy that you just felt, because Alice took 2 seconds and "It's okay, I'm your friend." You know, how beautiful, what an angel this woman is, right? And it wasn't a lot of money, you know, and it doesn't take a lot of money. Ooze generosity, friends. It can change the world in ways that you never know. And tonight, you know it's going to involve life. Oh my gosh, that's a superpower you need to flex every single day. Ooze generosity. Let's talk about one more superpower. Personify loving wastefully. I told you my business card says love wastefully. Think for a minute you had a debit card, okay? That every time you spent $100, $300 was deposited in your bank. Every time you spent $1,000, $5,000 was deposited in your bank. Does anybody want that debit card? Anyone? I'm just curious. You want it? One person? Really? You know? Hear that? Unconnected to your money. This is going to be a great night. That would be, how would you spend your money? Let's put it that way. If you had that debit card, how would you spend your money? You buy everybody's lunch, you buy shirts for everybody, you buy everything, right? You go crazy, you spend it wastefully. Guess what? Love is the only thing in the world that's actually like that. Every little bit of love you give, man, it's going to be times 1,000. What an opportunity we have to love wastefully tonight. Personify that, man, by connecting with Bella and giving them the fuel they need to show this hope to people that would never even get close to it. So I want to be a guy that does this. I love this word, love wastefully. And I study this. I want to be, Jesus said, love God, love your neighbor, you're done. He said, it's everything. Paul said, the only thing that counts is faith expressing itself through love. Oh man, this is serious, so I want to figure this out. So I study it, whatever. And I would define it this way, putting someone else's needs in front of your own. And everyone says amen, right? You know, that's not easy, though. Who taught you how to be selfish when you were a kid? Right? We're professionals right out of the gate, right? You know, who taught you how to smack your little brother? We're great at this stuff, right? But to put someone else's needs in front of your own, that's hard. It's really hard. When you do it, man, you are clicking on all cylinders. It was the way we were created to fully perform. So I studied this. Nothing has taught me more than my family. I told you about my mom. I told you about one of my sisters. Let me tell you about my other sister. Okay, she's someone, and you guys know someone. You might be a sibling to someone like this. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's successful. Like, everybody knows my sister, right? You know, like, I literally travel around the world doing comedy, and I'm still, oh, that's Julie's brother. But it's okay, because Julie is that awesome. Here's the best part, man. She's here. Would you guys like to meet my beautiful sister, Julie? She's high-fiving everybody on the way up.
I get more.
This is my beautiful sister, Julie. How's your knee? We had a little slip up at the hotel today, right in the parking lot.
The curb.
Sorry, the curb. We're still siblings, like we're still gonna pick on you. So Julie wrote down some of her thoughts after we talked about this last night, and we love connecting with places like them.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
Hi, my name is Julie Tennant, and I'm Derrick's sister. Obviously, I am smarter, better looking, and funnier than he is. Hi, Derrick.
I can't argue with that.
Oh, well. I have Down syndrome, and I love my life. Down syndrome means I have Down syndrome means I have an extra chromosome that nobody else in my family has.
She brags that she got a chromosome that I didn't get. But whatever, you don't have it either.
My grandpa calls it a love chromosome, and my grandpa is very smart.
Yeah, Grandpa said that it's not extra, but you and me are missing it. And it's the love chromosome. That's so beautiful.
He said when people make fun of me that they are missing something, not me. Derrick says it makes me his hero. Thank you, Derrick.
You're welcome.
Because I love that. Every hero has challenges, though. Like sometimes when a woman gets pregnant. Why am I skipping?
You're doing great.
Right. Like sometimes when a woman gets pregnant, she can have a test to see if her baby will have Down syndrome, like me. Some people say that kind of baby scares me and I want an abortion. That makes me very sad. Abortion means, sounds like I'm a broken record.
Abortion means you sound like a broken record.
No. In between this again. Alright, abortion means you take a baby out of the mommy before they even get a chance to play, laugh, or anything. Remember, every single life deserves a hope hero or two. Even Down syndrome lives. Even Down syndrome lives, right? Today we are talking about all life. A great way to value life and be a hero is, like Derrick said, to be generous. Very generous.
Wait, how generous you are?
Very generous.
There, Julie said it, not me.
Okay, we got that point.
Okay, they got the point, sorry. It's her time to shine, shut up there.
Alright. Down syndrome also means slow to
Doing great.
Down syndrome also means slow to learn, but that's not bad as long as you are learning something, right? Right. Wow. You see everybody is slow in some things. That's just part of being unique. Like Derrick. It's better. He is slow to ladies. That's why he's still single.
I can't argue with that.
And besides, I'd rather be slow to learn than slow to love.
Hey, that should be on a t-shirt.
It is. I am so glad to be here with my awesome friends in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Can you tell what you said we were practicing?
Yeah.
Because I tried to, she uses this giant print on her, I kind of mock her about it. There's like 2 words on the whole screen. So I changed South Dakota to SD, and then what did you say when we were practicing?
I thought it was San Diego.
She said, she goes, I'm so glad to be here with my friends in Spearfish, San Diego.
Spearfish in San Diego? Alright.
So we changed it back.
Yeah. Thanks for fixing it.
For the help.
We get to hang out, laugh, and we can all be heroes tonight. Some people see Down syndrome and other disability as an obstacle that messes up a life. But I see it as a wonderful opportunity.
There it is. Wonderful opportunity, that's right.
Now that's just cool, man.
Hey, that should be on a t-shirt too.
It is, but I don't have it.
Oh yeah.
It's at my house.
We'll tell them later.
I think all babies,
I hate not being close to her, but every time I get close to her, I think that. I know.
What are you, a space alien? Right. I think all babies and even old people like some of you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming tonight and letting me and Derrick be a part of Bella with you. And now I have just one more thing to say.
If those words weren't so big, you'd be able to get it out. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right. You might not have a love zone like me, but I can be a hope hero. And you can too.
Try to tell me every life isn't valuable, friends. Oh my gosh. Julie personifies loving wastefully in a way that I can only dream of. And that's a superpower you have an opportunity to demonstrate, to flex tonight. Did you see the picture that's up there? I didn't tell you we were going to do this. You want to tell this story? Tell everybody who it is.
My buddy Eric Sawyer from the Green Turtle, Bahamas.
Bahamas, yeah. He also has what?
Down syndrome.
No. He's got the chromosome that you and I don't have. But this story will help you to learn how to love wastefully. Eric is a player. I'll just tell you that. He'll go up to any woman in here and be like, "Hey, baby," and instantly you're like, "Oh, that's so cute." You know, I try that, and it's like creeper. Julie's the polar opposite. Do you want to go on a date or anything?
No.
As a big brother, I love that. Right? But do you love Eric?
Yes.
Yes, they're buds, right? But they're just different in that,
Definitely.
right? Very different, right? Very different, right?
Very good.
She's mocking me. Okay, so we're at dinner. This was actually this night. This picture was taken in the Bahamas several years ago. We're at dinner, the two families, and Hooper Jr., Julie's little traveling dog. And Eric walks around the table, gets down on one knee, grabs Julie's hand, kisses her hand in front of both families. And in his rough, confident voice, he goes, "Marry me." And what did Dad say?
Time out.
My dad goes, "Time out." Julie, in her wisdom, she looks at me, she looks back at Eric, and what did you say?
How about high five?
Ladies, take notes. That's a beautiful answer, right? Now, were you making fun of Eric?
No.
No, she loves Eric. But check this out, man. Julie's flawless heart that knows how to love wastefully, she personifies this. Eric presented her with a situation that she wanted nothing to do with, right? Marriage? And Julie's flawless heart was like, "But I want to give him something." So where that went for her, and this is beautiful, man. She genuinely was like, "Hey, I can give him a high five." Like that was, she was, right? You were excited about that, right? To give Eric a high five.
Yes, definitely.
So she goes, "Hey, how about a high five?" She was not mocking. If I said that, we'd be mocking it or whatever. Here's the lesson, friends. Life is going to hand you a lot of situations that you want nothing to do with. Love is never the wrong answer. But learn from Eric, too, right? Because he's on one knee. Men, can you imagine? He just got rejected, right? This is what Eric did. He goes, "All right." And then we got ice cream, because friends, sometimes life isn't as bad as we think it is. You just need to high five and get some ice cream. Can I get an amen for that? Friends, we've talked about some superpowers tonight that we can flex. And I can't communicate how big of a deal it is that we get to be here tonight. Thank you. And thank you for what you guys do over there. Life and hope are the result of you being in this room tonight. That's crazy. There's going to be babies born because you're here. There's going to be lives changed. There's going to be men that get to connect with other men. That room over there is pretty cool. If you have, just go over there and hang out at the center of it and check it out, man. I promise you, every person in this room has an opportunity to connect, to flex your superpowers and be a hope hero by connecting with this amazing place. So the final superpower is to empower the team. Every one of us has an opportunity to use this superpower. There's a team. I love this logo. I don't know if it's a logo or whatever it is. But Julie does this thing with her hands to make a little heart, and you guys probably do it too. But, and you love that I can't do it, right? I get like an aorta, whatever it is. Yeah, then she says I can do it. Okay, this isn't part of the talk. I got to tell you this. We were somewhere on a trip, and I said, "Hey, Jewel, this is loving wasteful." I go, "What's your favorite pizza?" Because we're going to order pizza. She goes, "Sausage," and then she thinks, and she goes, "Well, unless Mom's there, then it's mushroom." Because my mom likes mushrooms. Isn't that beautiful, man? That's love. And she changes her favorite by who's with her. You know, and then I didn't tell her, and I said this on stage one time. And then what did you tell me after I said it on stage? Do you remember?
I like meatball too.
She goes, we can just get both. Like, she totally ruined the atmosphere.
Sorry.
But the point is, Julie's wired to love wastefully, man. We have an opportunity to empower a team. You get an opportunity to join this team. But man, what an opportunity we have. The reason I put that heart thing up there, because that thing that people do with their hands never looks like a heart. It looks like a potato, right? Or something. A mushroom, maybe. Right there, I was like, it doesn't look anything like a heart. I know what you're doing, I get it. But to me, I'm just like, don't do that, you know? Mine looks better than yours, you know? But I saw this, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, because that looks like a heart. But you know what? That's a whole team of people making that heart. Isn't that awesome? It's a silly little heart, but I love that picture, really struck me. I'm like, that's awesome. We need a team. And you guys have an opportunity to empower a team tonight in a tangible way. Julie and I are going to go back there. Julie's got some of her shirts. I don't want to take any more time, but her first, what was your, we got that one. It says, I'd rather be slow to learn than slow to love. And we don't have a whole lot of them. And then she's got her first design, which is what?
I love my life.
I love my life. And it's in long sleeve because we knew it was going to be cold, right? So normally what we do is we sell these, they're $25 for the short sleeve, $30 for the long sleeve, and then we donate $5 to the center, like, right? So I was talking to Julie, I promise you this isn't hype. And I said, are we going to do the thing? And what did you say right back there? What did you say to me tonight? We spent the last day and a half with these guys hanging out. What did you say?
I give 15 to you guys.
She goes, let's give 15. It's very easy for Julie to be generous with my money. But we are going to give $15 from every shirt that's sold tonight. So come back there if you want to get an awesome shirt. And you can go on to juliescoolshirts.com. I think I have it on here. juliescoolshirts.com. There it is. That's her website. And anything that's purchased in South Dakota the next week, we're going to give $15 right to Bella. Because we want to love wastefully, man. We want to flex our muscles. We want to ooze generosity. And you guys have a very tangible way. Julie flexes, man. She does CrossFit. Look out. You want to flex right now? She just said, can I? Can she flex right now? Is that Hey, show them how they can flex their generosity muscles. Let me hold the mic for her so she can do this right. This is how you can flex your generosity muscles right here. Oh, yeah. She just said, hold on, I'll put it away, don't worry. You're awesome. That's a hope hero right there, friends. So we were talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, what happens? What do we get if we actually use these superpowers? And I wish I had like a clever, kind of cool way I could tell you what happens, but I'm not that clever. So let's just review them. If you head towards impossible, if you ooze generosity, if you personify it, loving wastefully, and tonight, friends, you empower the team. What do we have? We have hope. You have an opportunity to do that tonight. I'm going to ask Roxy to come up here. Do you want to talk about a very tangible way that we can do this tonight?
So this is a fundraising event, and we are so very, very grateful that all of you are here. And we just ask you to maybe silently pray and ask the Lord what He would have you do. On each table there's an envelope, and inside are the donor cards. If any table doesn't have enough donor cards, just raise your hand and we'll get some more to you. But there's, on the donor cards, you have the opportunity to give a one-time gift to Bella. First of all, let me just back up a little bit, because you have the opportunity to sponsor one client at Bella. And it costs about $2,100 per client. And when you think about the cost of medical services in today's society, that's a real bargain. So, the ultrasound, the pregnancy test, and then all of the education that we provide and everything. And so if you want to sponsor a client, that's your first choice on there. And you can do that either as a one-time gift, or you can do a monthly pledge. I think 2,100 divided by 12 is maybe 175. So
There's only three kinds of people in
Yeah.
the world. People that are good at math and people that aren't.
Am I right? 175, am I
Explain
good
it.
at it or not? You're not good at it.
No, I'm definitely not good at it.
Yeah, you know.
But you know what I'm good at? I'm good at knowing that it helps you to know. Like if somebody sponsors a client, it helps you to know that you're covered.
Right.
It just really, that gives a sense of peace. Remember, there's a way that you, friends, can plug in. I don't know what it is. And it might be that, yeah, you're a plumber, or you know how to do something special, or you
With nine bathrooms, we have had lots of plumbing issues, let me tell
What's a
you.
typical volunteer? I mean, is it like 40 hours a week?
No, a typical volunteer is 6 hours a week. And that would be a client advocate. You would need to go through a volunteer training seminar, of course, where we would teach you the crisis intervention. And then you could come in and take one shift a week. D, for instance, D is on Wednesdays from noon till 5. So there you go, 5 hours. It's not even 6, it's 5
It's that
hours.
math thing again,
Is
man. It
that
jumps
math?
all over the place.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the card. You also have the opportunity, if you are unable to sponsor a client, that's okay. You can give a one-time gift, and you can make a monthly pledge. Some people do both. They'll give a one-time gift just to kind of boost our budget here going into the end
Wait,
of the
they
year.
can do
and then-
both?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you guys hear that? That's awesome. Remember, when you choose to ooze generosity, it gives you joy. You can do it twice tonight.
Yeah.
That's
Three-
awesome.
3 times, because right under that is volunteering.
Look at
So,
that.
yeah.
What a
It
wonderful
says there-
opportunity, right, Julie?
Right, please contact me about being a volunteer, and I talked about that we are looking for board members. We're also looking for a paid position, a client services coordinator. The at-home helpline, in-office client advocacy, those are all volunteer positions. Nurse stenographer, if you have a nursing license and are interested, we could use some nurse volunteers at Bella. And then men's ministry. And we have men who are anxious to get involved with men's ministry, and we actually have one of our volunteers just redid part of our rental at Bella into a man cave-like thing.
It's cool, man. This
They
is
call
cool.
it the men's room, complete
Yeah,
with
there's
a
a sign right
sign.
when you walk in that says the men's room. It's
Yes,
so funny.
and it looks like a man's room sign, you know.
As if they don't have enough bathrooms there.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you can just mark on your card whatever you want to do. On the back is where you would put credit card information, or you can check that you're writing a check or you're paying by cash. Make sure that you fill out your name and information for us, please. That's very important, especially if you use a credit card, because we do need that pertinent information in order to charge your card correctly. And then it also says on there, please contact me next year about sponsoring a table. If you came as a guest this year and think, you know, to yourself, there's lots of people I would like to invite to this event, just check that and we'll contact you next year about sponsoring a table. Or you can, if you have a business or a corporation and want to be a corporate donor, you can check that box too. So thank you again so much, and we are just so very, very pleased that you're here, and so pleased that Derrick and Julie were able to join us,
I'm
and
honored to be here, man.
they were perfect for the 35th anniversary, so give them a hand.
Use your superpowers, friends. What an opportunity we have to ooze generosity.
I forgot to say, you have an envelope to put your donor card in, and then hand them back to your table host, and they'll put them inside these envelopes, the manila envelopes, and then we have a basket up here that the table host can bring them up and put the entire table's worth in the basket. Thank you so much.